I'm Claire Crawford. Upon researching famous hard workers throughout history, the internet came up with some really predictable names like Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, and one of my favorites, Thomas Edison. And I pride myself in the fact that I have this quality in common with them. I'm not saying I'm any Thomas Edison or anything, but throughout my experiences in volleyball ranching and my social life, I have become physically, emotionally, and academically hardworking. Now, I am not a natural athlete. I think I was born to be like this big, but I'm really competitive. So whenever my mom put me in sports, I've tried gymnastics, dance, swimming, tennis, golf, basketball, barrel riding, you name it. But it wasn't until volleyball that I found that I actually had a tiny bit of natural ability. So I found this, and I was not about to let it go. But I went to a small private school, and I was going to go on to go to a big public school, and I was going to have to do tryouts. So this was a new experience for me, and it terrified me from the 4th grade until I went there. So I was the kid that in 5th grade I got up every day and ran the mile before school and screamed at my teammates, try harder, because that was me. I was very competitive. So I pushed myself in ways that not a lot of other people had to, because it just doesn't come naturally for me. Now, I made the team, and I excelled in my sport even, but this only meant more hard work, and I pushed myself in ways that most people don't have to. So even today, I try to maintain this level. I tried CrossFit this summer for the first time. And if that's not hard work, I don't know what is. Now, this pushing yourself physically takes a toll on the mind. So luckily, I was prepared. My family and I own and lease about 95,000 acres of land on which we raise cattle. And this isn't some machine working, processing with cool tools and everything. This is like something you'd see in an old Western movie. We get on horseback, we pin and do all these different things that are kind of tough sometimes. And this is a huge part of my dad's life. And he was blessed with 3 girls. So he wanted to share this with us, but even whenever we didn't want to, this was what was going to pay for our college tuition, so we were going to help out no matter what. So my cousins and I, the succeeders of this ranch, kind of graduated in steps, and this went from running brands to giving shots to ear tags to flanking to castrating. And I don't want to be too graphic, but I have been castrating steers for 5 years now with my trusty pocket knife, and I often walk away with blood all over myself. So whenever you're a little kid and you see this, it can be a little traumatizing. So it took me a while, but I finally found a place where I came to realize that we're taking care of our product, we're raising quality beef, and this is something that I can learn to love. So it's been a huge part of my life, in that I've become mentally tough through this, and I've come to love it. So I, however, do not have dreams of the open range. I aspire to something a little bigger, and I've always wanted to be a doctor. I don't know why, but it's something that I've wanted since I was yay high, and I knew that this goal was not going to be an easily attainable one. So even in junior high, people were taking the stupid assignments lightly, and I was sitting there in my room just poring over each one, making sure that I was going to put all of my effort into it. I have good friends, but you know, y'all are honor students, that this can take a toll on the social life. So my friends would go out and waste time together, and that would be all I wanted to do. But I knew I've got something to work for. I don't want to say my friends didn't have aspirations, but I felt maybe I was one of the only ones that had a goal in mind. Now, oftentimes, they would come and join me, and that would help a lot, but still, being the main advocate for your grades, for yourself and your friends, it's not easy. Whenever you have a goal, you have to work hard at it, and I knew that, but whenever all you want to do is go out and waste time, you have to really stand firm, and I pushed myself academically in this way, and I've never gotten a B. Now, through my physically, emotionally, and academically trying experiences, I found how to be a hard worker, and I found what works for me. So, through ranching, volleyball, and my social life, I have found my limits, and I've learned to test them. So it's all worked out for the better, and it is awesome that history and the internet have given me such great role models to aspire to help me on this path.